name is Brigid Ovelia Catjoa, or Heblaska Wingong, which means Moose Medicine Woman. I am a Pleiadian priestess, master channeler, and Lakota druid, and I'm here today to provide my 23rd channel transmission of the High Council of Telos, which is located within Mount Shasta of modern-day California. And so a very warm welcome to everybody who's joining today, whether this is your first transmission or you've joined for other ones. Welcome and welcome back. And yeah, I'm really having this feeling of something very simple today, that there's going to be perhaps a focus on some more basic meditation, just being centered in ourselves, connected with our souls, with source, with spirit. So I would invite you to start to take a nice comfortable seated position if that's available to your body, and to take as straight of a spine as is comfortable and available to you. Not so much that your shoulders are tensing. You can still be relaxed, but just having that straight channel, allowing energy to move more naturally, more openly. And of course, if you have any health conditions or any pain, you're still welcome to lean or sit as comfortably as you're able. You can sit with your legs crossed, your feet flat on the ground, or your legs out in front of you. If you feel you need or want to lie down, that's also welcome. If you feel like you've gone into a sleep, you may have just gone into a deeper trance state, and you'll still receive all of the messages and the frequencies of the transmission, so no worries if that happens. And you can always rewatch the video to receive the transmission more consciously if you want. So yeah, just take a moment to get settled into whatever position feels best for you. And you can let your eyes just relax. No need to force them closed, but if they close naturally, or just to have a soft gaze, that's perfect. Or just starting to go a little bit more inwards, and invite us to all just start to observe our breath, just the qualities of it. How deep does it go? How shallow? How quick or how slow? Is it going all the way into your diaphragm? Is it jagged? Is it smooth? Just observing the natural breath. So we take that observation, that awareness of our breath, to begin to also bring our awareness into our heart spaces, into the center of our chest. You can bring your hands to your chest if you feel like the physical pressure there helps you bring your awareness, or you can leave your hands relaxed and just bring your mind, your awareness into your heart center, and just still mindful of the breath while we keep our attention in our hearts. And I'm going to guide us in 3 long, slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you want to bring the breath all the way down into the diaphragm, into the lungs, into the upper chest. And then when you release, it'll be released from the chest, the lungs, and the belly, in that order. So allowing the air to drop in very naturally and fill to the top, and release naturally all the way to the bottom. And to take it nice and slow. We'll begin with the first breath, so just release all air out. And begin to breathe through your nose nice and slow. And just holding for a moment and releasing slowly through the mouth. Holding for a moment and breathing in through the nose even slower. Holding for a moment and releasing even slower. Holding for a moment, breathing in a little slower, a little deeper. When you feel full, try and pull in a little bit more through your nose. And holding, Naturally continuing these deep, slow breaths in and out at your own pace. Still keeping our attention in our heart space, breathing into our hearts. Observing how the quality of our breath may have naturally changed. And as you continue these nice, slow, natural breaths in and out, and keep your awareness in your heart space, I'll open myself up as a clear and divine channel for the High Council of Telos to welcome in any messages, frequencies, activations that would be of highest service today to all those who are meant to tune into this transmission for their highest good and the highest good of all, and for the 5D evolution of to the new earth. Hello, it's Adama again. Thank you once again for joining us today. I know we have many returning viewers, returning participants, and I feel so honored and humbled and grateful at the dedication of all of you for showing up, for joining these transmissions, for giving this to yourself, for supporting in your own evolution, the evolution of humanity. And for those of you that are new today, a warm welcome also. As Brigid said, I'm going to bring it a little more back to basics today and just get some support and feeling centered and grounded and connected with Source. And we've done this in some of the other transmissions, and this is really the baseline of being able to attune our frequencies, our energies, to be able to move through emotions, really, whether they feel gentle or powerful, or positive or negative, to be able to maintain our own energies, our own beings, our own presence, no matter what shows up in our life, no matter the circumstances or context or experiences or reflections, really. We've spoken of that in many of the previous transmissions. The reality of everything outside of us, everything within another, within our experiences, is actually a reflection of something within us, no matter how beautiful or challenging those reflections may feel or seem, no matter how much we want to externalize our understanding of them. And so the power of being able to be in our centers and to maintain our own cores, our connection to our own souls, is so important and powerful. So when we are faced with these reflections and expressions and the realities and our relationships around us, we don't lose that, remembering that this is something reflecting from within us, and it's always an invitation to come back within our own beings. So I'll just give a moment to allow that to integrate. And I'm going to pass the transmission off to our other dear council member who has joined us in Brigid's previous transmissions, Alexandria, and she will guide us in a lovely little meditation today and provide some light language, and we'll go from there. Thank you. Hello, this is Alexandria. Oh, it's been some time since I've joined for one of these transmissions. Thank you for having me today. So I invite you once more just to bring that awareness back into your heart. Those nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. The power of the breath, of the prana, is everything. If we're feeling sad, happy, ungrounded, anxious, excited, numb, in one way or another, the breath can help us. Sometimes slowing the breath, taking longer, deeper breaths in, just remembering the breath is what's needed. Sometimes when the emotions are so painful and so powerful, perhaps it can actually help to just take one big deep breath in and to hold hold it as long as you can and just to allow that energy just to settle, to move, or to breathe out and to hold it out for as long as you can, and to allow that energy to dissipate, to not feed it with more prana. That is one thing that I feel many people are not aware of. Many people are aware to take a deep breath to help slow the system, but also in a way that can sometimes feed certain energies. So taking a pause from the breath, even if it's just for 10 seconds, and then take another deep breath in and out and pause for 10 seconds can be very powerful. And I'd like to guide us in practicing that today. So if you feel that that is resonant for you and you feel comfortable to try this technique, then I invite you to join us. If not, just feel free to be present, to receive the energies, and to continue your nice slow long breaths in and out, and staying centered in your heart space. So thank you. So those that wish to participate, I invite you to release all the air from your lungs. And once again, a nice slow deep breath in all the way into the diaphragm. And a little more, and we're going to hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release slowly. And now a nice long breath in, and a long breath out. And we'll hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently breathing in all the way, breathing out all the way. Once more, breathing in all the way and out. For this next round, I'm going to count to 20. If you need to take a quick sip at 10, that is welcome, but I encourage you to do your best to last. Slow deep breath in and one slow deep breath out, getting all the oxygen out, and take a nice slow deep breath in as much as you can. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and out, and in, out, in, a little deeper, out, all the way. I'm going to count silently. This time I'm going to do 30 and I'm going to count silently. In as deep as you can. A little more. 1, 10, 20, 30, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out all the way. I will count to 30 silently. 1, 10, 20, continue these breaths, staying present in your heart. I'm going to speak to meditation a little bit more, and we'll do one more practice. For meditation, when we go into stillness, into quietude, we may still have sensations in our body coming and going, subtle, more strong. We may have thoughts in the forms of words or images, songs, memories. Those may come up, and emotions too, perhaps independent of the thoughts or the sensations, perhaps connected. All of these things in meditation are welcome and are not to be suppressed or rejected. Just as we have practiced being centered in our hearts and observing the breath without judgment, just noticing the qualities, so too can we be in this position with our emotions, sensations, thoughts, images, anything that arises or appears, or perhaps comes knocking quite forcefully. Just like going to the gym and working out, or building muscle, or working on a hands-on skill such as carpentry or an instrument, or building knowledge about something such as an interest in plants or in history. Meditation too is a practice, is a skill, is a knowledge, and it can take time to become more comfortable with it, for it to feel more natural, for us to see effects in our practice and in our day-to-day lives, to see the changes that it can bring, the power, the magic, the peace. So whether you have never meditated before, or you have been practicing your entire life, or somewhere in between, whether you feel comfortable to sit for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, or for entire retreats, a 10-day Vipassana even. Wherever you're at, in your skill level, your experience is perfect for you. And we can start small. We can start with 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, and just get used to observing these sensations and thoughts and emotions. And if we feel like we're getting pulled along with one, if a thought keeps going or feels sticky, or an emotion feels powerful and present, or perhaps we're experiencing a pain in our bodies, we can become just a little more used to not reacting to these things, or not getting pulled so far along. Or if we are getting pulled into it, we can bring ourselves back and go, oh, right, that's a thought, I'm just observing. That's an emotion, I'm feeling it, I'm allowing it, but I'm still present in my heart. Perhaps if it is a powerful pain, physical or emotional, mental, if it really truly feels too overpowering, we can try to straighten our backs a little, we can adjust how we're sitting, we can move our feet a little bit, we can return to our breath and take a nice deep, slow breath in and out again. We can softly open our eyes for a moment and bring a little bit more awareness into the space around us until we're ready for them to naturally go a little more inwards again. We can use a candle and stay observant of the flame, or if we're outside, to gaze at a specific tree or at the moon or a star. Something with focus and stillness, but that allows us a little more presence with it being outside of ourselves. Giving something to help interrupt the thoughts, the sensations a little bit more, and then eventually inviting back into ourselves. I feel there are infinite ways to meditate, to come into this place of stillness, of comfort from within, of peace from within. And anything that arises in our minds, our emotions, our bodies, perhaps it's reflecting something that outside of meditation may need more attention, an emotion that does need more processing, a conflict with someone that, when you're coming from this more centered place, more observant place, perhaps you can go to that conflict with a little more peace in your heart. Or I'm going to let Brigid share something of her very first experience with meditation. Hi, this is Brigid. Alexandria sensed that I had a memory coming up when I was, I think, a good 10 or 11 years ago. I joined a friend at a Buddhist sit at a meditation, and I, had known about meditation and yoga for some time, but it's not something I'd really tried. And at that time, I was dealing with very severe fibromyalgia symptoms, and to sit in stillness was potentially excruciating and almost like impossible for me. And I remember going to this sit and having never done this before and going right into an hour meditation. It was excruciating, and I suffered silently in just extraordinary pain, and I couldn't quite keep still. I was like very fidgety, and there was just a lot of energy, a lot of physical pain in my body from the symptoms I was having, which, ultimately, as I moved through life and I was able to heal these symptoms, it was about stored energy, stored emotions, stored trauma. It was about my diet, what I was bringing into my system, how I was carrying or not caring for myself, using different substances, different medications. And, in this moment even, I'm realizing just how significant staying through that entire sit was for me, because even though it was extraordinarily painful, and coming out of it, I was convinced, this is not for me, I can never do this, and I felt quite overwhelmed afterwards, and it really put me off of it for a while, not knowing you could choose to just do it for 5 minutes, or that there were other ways of going about it. Even moving meditations, which in the long run turned out to help me quite a bit more to get into the stillness practice later on. But still, it showed me so much of exactly where I was at and what was really going on in my system and my body at that time, what the energy really was inside of me. And I did manage to sit through it. I did manage to complete the meditation, even though it was really quite excruciating at the time. And, it's an incredible reflection and testament to what these practices can do for us, because, my path to healing involved many different modalities and medicines and all sorts of practices, and as I just said, the moving meditation practices, conscious dance, walking, and some other practices, some really gentle yoga, eventually led to it being possible for me to do longer sits. And while I haven't done a 10-day Vipassana, I have managed to do 3-day retreats that have, some more significant breaks involved. I can sit pretty comfortably for 20 or 30 minutes, and then maybe I start to get a little more uncomfortable or something comes up, more regularly. I've had practices where I'm sitting for 1 to 3 hours a day. I've gone through waves of that. And sometimes there is a very busy mind. Sometimes there are a lot of emotions present. Sometimes I still experience pain in my body, but nothing like that first sit. So I'm grateful to share my experience and my story, and I'm willing to pass it back to Alexandria so we can have a little sit together, just a short one. So thank you. Hello again, it's Alexandria. Thank you, Brigid, for sharing your story, your experience, your insights, your reflections. Yes, it is an incredible practice, and one that is the most potent in ultimately getting us back to our centers. And when we're practicing it in the time and space that we have, even if it's just 5 minutes on a break at work, or 10 minutes before bed, after you've put the kids to bed, or perhaps you have more time, perhaps you can do one longer one once a week. You can do 20 or 30 minutes on a Saturday or on your day off from work, whether it's in your home or in a park. And you may want to create a more intentional space. If there's a crystal you really connect with, if you want to light a candle or some incense, if you want to sit under a tree in the nicer weather, or perhaps put on some very, very gentle, quiet meditation music. There's a great deal of free music available online on the various applications that share music and videos. Or perhaps you want to go in without any external support and just be in the practice. So once again, I invite us just to be in our heart spaces, to be aware of our heart centers, to return to the nice slow breath in. If you're sitting, just to re-straighten your spine, relax your hips, shoulders, your jaw, your feet, your fingers, just letting it melt, but keeping that straight spine. And now I invite you to bring your awareness up into the center of your mind, into your pineal gland, your third eye, the center of your brain. And just feel like your consciousness is up between your eyes and a little back in. And we're just going to do our best to keep our awareness there, and just to let the breath be natural now. And again, if any sensations or thoughts come up, do our best to just observe. And if you feel you get a little too caught up, you just bring yourself back when you notice, and take a deep breath if you need, straighten your spine if you need. And we will sit just for a few minutes intuitively, and I will give the prompt when we are coming up. And begin. for going into your inner realms to understand, to understand your spirit, your soul, the truth of your being, to help shed the layers of stories and narratives and emotions and influences and memories that can all be released so we may be back in our centers with Source. We are here, we are now, we are infinite. I am here, I am now, I am infinite. You are here, you are now, you are infinite. We are here, we are now, we are infinite. And I invite you gently to just bring a little more awareness back into the sensations of your body, the surface that you're on, your clothing, the temperature, the sounds and the space around you or from this video. Bringing your awareness back down into your heart space, to your breath. And slowly, very gently, bringing some movement gently to your toes and fingers. Perhaps squeezing your hands, stretching your feet. A little bit more movement now. A little bit in your legs, your hips, your shoulders, your arms. Perhaps you may want to stretch above you. You may move your neck a little bit side to side. Still breathing. If you wish to join me to generate some warmth with your hands, some energy, and bring that gently to your eyes and just open them slowly. And just give them a little brush down on your face, your head, your hair, your shoulders and arms, with lots of love. Your chest, your front and back, your legs, down to your feet if you can reach. Putting your feet flat on the ground or stretching them out in front of you. Giving a little wiggle, you can look around, bring yourself back a little bit more. Hello. My name is Alexandria, and I thank you for this beautiful journey, this beautiful exploration of meditation and what it really is and how we can navigate it and utilize it and have a little experience with it and with the breath practices. And you can always do these on your own, once a day, once a week, just once more. Thank you, and I look forward to connecting with you again next time. Much love. Hello, this is Adama once more. Thank you, dear Alexandria, for the beautiful guidance and journey through the meditation. I feel called once more to invite in the Andromedan dragons who had joined us during the last transmission, and to have some light codes to continue to help us be activated in our third eyes and our centers, and to help integrate this experience and these energies from the meditation. So for those that are open to receiving this, you may give a yes out loud or in your heart. For those that are not, you're very welcome to say no, and you can just be present and be in the love, be in the meditation and the experience, and you only receive what you consent to. So thank you. Tarioya Charentuko enjoyam Boyatao and Ga Ba Cha Avratsutka Chupatu Ba Waya ta 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 ba 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 ha ba 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 ha ba cha ba ha ba ha ba ha ba cha ba ha ha ba ha ha ba ha ha wa recha tu ete ambue ta reta ta retia rea ta 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 orun tu ko ete Wea te We are infinity. We are. Thank you. The Dhamma again. Let's just take some moments to allow that to integrate in our hearts, in our breath. I invite you and encourage you to take some more time for yourself as soon as you can, or to make that time for yourself for more meditation, perhaps to journal about your experience, to be in nature, to be in a softer space today and in the coming days. Just allow this all to integrate a little bit more into practice. In whatever way feels aligned and comfortable for you. Thank you. Thank you once again for being here, for your own well-being, for the well-being of the entire human collective, and really all of us, the entire galactic collective. All the work we do on ourselves, in ourselves, is reflected infinitely in the consciousness we are connected to. The entire collective consciousness. Thank you, and until next time, so much love. Brigid here. I'm going to bring myself back a little bit more now. Whoa. Feeling very floaty from all of this. Another good meditation practice is to really feel our roots, our feet, and just to bring the energy down into the earth and connect with the earth's energy, and imagine our energy coming up through our feet and our legs and our roots, and something for our centers to be strong on and connected to. Yeah, thank you so much for joining today. I hope it was a nourishing experience for you and aids you with your meditation practice, and I'm so grateful to be the conduit, the channel for the lovely people of Telos, the members of the High Council, to share their beautiful wisdom and knowledge and energies. And yeah, I can really feel the energy right now. Telos, city of light. Transcending the density beautiful light. Every cell, every atom, every color. How fitting I wore my little colorful shirt today. Well, thank you, and I'm very grateful for everything, and I'll see you next time. Katakomati, Moteo, Modaku Yasen, Mopila, Kapu Aloha, Aloha Nui. So, Om Sasiatsu, Satidananda, Inshallah.